Guys, we are going to start this off here. I do apologize for being late. I'm not going to lie. I am a little bit tired today. Some of you guys might ask, well, John, why are you tired today? I've just been, I've been working, man. Last night I was up super late doing some shooting some more trading content for y'all, so I can give you guys some value here. So that's why I've been late. But new week in the markets here. I'm super excited because we're going to be going over a ton of stuff here that I think is going to be able to help out everybody, and more importantly, we're going to be making some money, guys. That's going to be the great thing here, right? We're all going to be making money and doing it all together here. So let's get straight into it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first mark up Dixie. I'm going to go over all the markets here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what we see next happening with crypto, what we see next happening in all markets, and then go from there. So let's get straight into it, guys. Okay, make sure you guys are taking notes. I am going to be breaking down everything in depth here. So if you guys do get confused, just make sure you go back to this video. Okay, it will help you out. Okay. Give me 1 second. A lot of these guys are spamming here. And we'll get it rocking. Okay. So let's get straight into it. Second, guys. One second, I'm just trying to fix something here for you guys. Okay, that's much better, guys. Okay, so let's get straight into it and let's break this down. So first things first, let's talk about Dixie here. I did expect Dixie to potentially break structure here. Right now, we have on the 4-hour, which made me kind of believe that we have the ability to go a little bit higher here. But for right now, we're getting a lot of bearish pressure here. Let's look at newsreel real quick here. Give me 1 second. There we go. That's what's making the market shake today. US and China agree on a trade framework ahead of leaders meeting. That's good. That's going to make markets go up this week. What else do we have? Federal funds rate. We're going to be cutting rates. There's a big expectation we're going to be cutting rates here. So that's obviously going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Buy the rumor, sell the news. So we're probably going to buy the rumor, right? We're going to go up this week. And then I do see a sell-off happening, okay, with the buy the rumor, sell the news. Okay. rumor, sell the news. So let's get straight into it. We're probably gonna get a Fed rate cut. I guarantee it. Okay, I'm not supposed to say guarantee. Technically, legally, I'm not supposed to say that. So I'm not gonna say guarantee, but I mean, look at that, guys. 97% chance we're gonna get a rate cut. Really, really good. Stimulate the markets, but it's gonna be the buy rumor, sell the news. What's gonna happen? Markets are probably gonna go up until Wednesday, and then Wednesday is gonna be a reversal, and then they're gonna continue to go up in the long run. If Powell says, hey guys, we're gonna continue to keep cutting rates here, and the market believes we're gonna continue to keep cutting rates because the job market is not doing the best. Okay, the job market's doing pretty bad, and we're still in government shutdown, so we don't have news reports at all. Okay. Now let's talk about what I'm looking at, because to be honest, guys, I took some profit on some gold trades last week. And my stop got hit on SPX, unfortunately. So hey, it is what it is. You can't win them all. Some weeks you have a 20K week, and some weeks you don't. Okay. You have only like a 3 to 4K week, right? So this is interesting here. This is internal structure. Internal cells. Super interesting. This right here. Break of structure is going to have us come back down here. So markets are going to continue to keep going up, and we're going to get a reversal here. Okay. That's what I'm looking at. So potentially something here on external structure is what I'm looking for a move to the upside. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm going to trade within that internal structure area here. So this technically is a break of structure. So we are going to look for market runs to the upside, and then midweek as a midweek reversal on Wednesday. Wednesday we're going to be here, and then we're going to short the markets, okay? So that's kind of my plan for this week. Sheesh. Yes, last week I was shorting SPX. I was up, and then I got stopped out. Stop profits hit here. It is what it is. Why did I short? Well, I believed that this right here could have taken us one more leg down, at least to this zone, and then I was looking to buy here, like we talked about last week. Oh well, it didn't hit. Doesn't matter. I'm not too concerned. We made so much money. We made so much money on these shorts, it doesn't matter. So what am I looking at right now? I think that's the most important thing that we need to take a look at, okay? That is, what am I looking at right now? Well, first off, if I look at both SPX and I look at the SPY, look at that gap, guys. Okay? Now, even though it looks bullish here, this and this needs to get filled. Just like this got filled, just like this got filled. All of that needs to get filled. So whatever markets right now are exponentially moving at least to the upside, we're gonna get some type of fill on the markets, okay? So now, what's my thought process here? I'm not buying this. John, why are you not buying this? Because it's overbought, right? So what am I looking at? And we talked about the buy zones here as well, potentially with VIP students on Thursday. I said, guys, this might actually, if it doesn't close below, this thing is going to run and skyrocket, right? Or if that was a Wednesday, maybe. So what I'm looking for right now is this. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the market because it gapped over the weekend to fill in that gap. Some of you guys might be asking, how did the market gap? Well, banks are they always have access to the markets regardless. You know? They always are live. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what's going on or what's happening. Okay? So that's something that you need to understand. Regardless of what's happening, they're always in the markets. They're always trading here. So we're looking at potential moves to the downside here and then an extension to the upside. My opinion, or what I'm thinking, is most likely we're going to get again, buy the rumors, sell the news. Rate cuts are going to happen and markets are going to dump because the market's pricing in the rate cut already. Right? So this is a trap. The market's moving like this is a trap. It's going to pull back down and then run and extend to the upside here. So that's my thought process for SPX. Okay. Even as I'm like kind of, I would say, compressing this a bit more, I can kind of see this a little bit clearer on internal structure. Right? And I can kind of define the areas of what I'm looking at. This area as well is not off of the table. Even though this is internal structure, there's a lot of buying and selling pressure here. And you can see that coincide and actually cross, right? Cross itself here. That buying and selling pressure, both on the 2 hour intertwined. Today was a very easy buy. Oh my God. You had a break of the Asian range during what? Swipe of liquidity during London, break at 7 a.m., pullback, and then at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. the pullback, extension to the upside. Right? The low at 9 a.m., the pullback at 10 a.m. for the run to the upside. Okay, so SPX, I'm bullish, but I want to see it come back here. It needs to fill the gap. US 30 probably as well. NAS needs to fill the gap. Russell's actually filling the gap. Russell actually went to my zone. You see that, guys? I have Russell going to 25.97. Okay. 25.97. It's filling in the gap. I believe Russell a little bit more volatile, so it'll drop a bit more. It tends to drop a bit more. Okay. Let's look at the VIX here. there's a gap on the VIX too that needs to be filled. So that means volatility is going to move up. And there's going to be a big pullback on SPX this week. And I think they're going to rug pull us on Wednesday. They're going to rug pull us on Wednesday for sure. 100%. So just get ready for that rug pull. You know, I always say they love rug pulling us. They love to manipulate price. Gold volatility, a lot of gaps being hit. And look at just like here, notice that price from April had gaps that eventually would get filled. And that's why I was very confident with some of the gold buys I was talking about here, but it might take months to refill. So that means gold is going to probably come back down, go through its waves downwards. It just broke, okay, this indecision on external structure, which means it's probably still going to keep coming down, which means gold is still going to be a sell, guys. Gold is still going to sell off here. But there's a lot of gaps. Might take a couple months for us to get back and ready. Look at this. This is crazy. I'm going to show you guys something. Not exactly. If you want to take price into account, if you take structure, like I would say just closing candles, it literally bounced off the 1.27 and retraced. You know, it's like actually insane to think about, right? And we're just looking at the VIX, like the gold VIX volatility index. Like that's like very interesting, very, very interesting. But I believe gold's going to still move down this week here. So I'm going to be looking for more sells. Bonds and yields. Okay. This right here, to me, I don't understand why yields are still, obviously they're going down and bonds are going up. But technically it just broke external structure here from this lower. Actually, no, this lower low wasn't created. Wow. This is still a pullback, technically. Technically still a pullback from this zone here. Has it closed above is the question. Yes, it has. 8 hour, close above. 12 hour, close above. Yeah, technically, man. Wow. This right here is a break of structure. What does that mean? That means yields, bonds are going to go down and yields might go up. Huh. I'm very interested to see how it reacts here. Why is that important? When yields go down, bonds go up. When bonds go up, when yields start to move to the upside, that means that bonds start to move to the downside. And people are moving their money where? To markets. I'm so tired, guys. I don't know why I'm so tired. Man. Okay, now let's look at my favorite pair. Let's take a look at gold here. This is getting towards my buying zone. This is getting towards my buying zone right now. Let's look at GCU. Okay. I'm interested now. I'm actually interested in gold. But I want to show you guys something. These are good selling zones, but this is what I want to look at. I'm going to clean up this chart for you guys just a little bit here. I want to look at the daily here. Okay, the only reason I'm looking at the daily here is I need to see this daily candle. You see that right there? I need that broken. I need it closed below. I can get it closed below structure here. I could start buying gold. I mean, selling, potentially looking for sells. I already got out of my sells, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I got out of my sells here. I was in sells here. Caught like, I forgot how many pips. I caught like 3,000 pips or something like that. I forgot. Some stupid number. Okay. But what am I looking for now? I'm looking for closes here. I'm looking for that break of structure of that daily indecision candle. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for that break of structure. I haven't gotten it yet. To me, that I want to see almost a swipe of liquidity here. There is so much liquidity sitting right here. I believe price is going to swipe liquidity and then start potentially moving to the upside if we do see gold buys. Now, there's another potential possibility here. This impulse move, gold decides to close below this zone here. Anything 4-hour close below that zone, gold's dumping. Anything below the 4-hour close zone, gold's dumping. Okay? So what I'm looking for right now is potential sells. Okay, if I'm looking at potential sells, I'm looking at the lower low, lower high. I can look at the external impulse move to the downside. And then I can look at the last impulse move. And what I can find is maybe on the 3-hour. This indecision looks cleaner. This is such a balanced market. People are going to say, what do you mean balanced market? It's very balanced, guys. And what I mean balanced is, you see this right here, this is an unbalanced market. This right here is a very, very balanced market. You have very healthy pullbacks that mitigate indecision, order blocks in between. You know, it's balanced. There's not that many. Gold on external structure usually isn't well balanced. It moves very volatile like this. But because it's very volatile, it's almost easier to find where the indecision and order blocks are, or even where the pullbacks are going to go, because it's so volatile, right? But when it's balanced, it's almost a little bit harder here, okay, to look for the exact pullback. So what we have to do is go off of the external structure, highest time frame, I would say number 1, zones. We could look at that, internal, external selling zone. And then I want to look at, most importantly, the 3-hour, the 2-hour. This right here to me would be the safest one. The safest selling zone. Why is this not? Yeah. Internal sells here. This is kind of like where I'm looking for potential shorts tomorrow. We're going to be watching this and we're going to be trading this live here. But I want to look for potential shorts potentially here. Maybe get that swipe of liquidity down this low. Make sense? It's like a nice solid 1 to 6. This is what I'm looking at for tomorrow. Pull back to run here. Now, by tomorrow, price might shoot to the upside. That's what I'm looking for gold tomorrow. Looks like a GU here, USD CAD. USD CAD, kind of a dead trade, same thing. I didn't really take it or anything. I was kind of waiting for structure to finish itself out. USD CAD is for sure coming this down though. So, kind of already breaking out of the Asian range. It's such a messy chart. Ugh, so ugly. The best selling zone on external structure for USD CAD is going to be this indecision here that it already mitigated. On internal structure, it was this zone. And then the next zone is going to be internal structure here. Only thing you can do with USD CAD is trade internal structure. Then look for sells on that zone to the downside. USD CAD's going to sell off because Dixie's moving to the downside. So it's going to break these lows and come down here. Okay? So you're going to still want to look for sells. I'm still looking for sells on USD CAD. Okay? Swing wise is what I'm doing. Somewhere down low in that area. Okay? We'll take a look at that later. I'm sorry guys, I am so exhausted. Like, my eyes are like killing me right now. Okay, let's look at crypto here, crypto market cap. It's really, really hard to tell. Because this right here looks like a sell. Oh. And crypto is filled with liquid sweeps. Like, you see this here, guys? Like, this is a close, which means that we're coming back down to this order block. This right here is a close. Closing candle usually means we're coming back down to that order block. This thing mitigated and did not break the indecision here. Made a lower low. Technically, we're still bearish on the daily. People are like, crypto's up. Technically, crypto's up, yes, but we're still bearish on the daily. It didn't break any external structure to the upside. Look at it, guys. Nothing on the external structure on the upside. People are going to be like, well, John, it broke structure here. It broke structure here, technically. It made a higher high. Come on, guys. Look at this. This was the lower low. This was the move that created the lower low. Did it break this impulse move downward? No. This is just a complex pullback. Or could be a complex pullback to move us here. Alright? Because of that, this thing is still technically bearish until it breaks and closes above this zone here on the 4-hour candle. Make sense? Technically. So, what I'm looking for is going to be potential external sells. right here. All right, I love looking at the market on Mondays because it gives me a little bit of a better clue. Now, what I want to see on external for Bitcoin is a break here, right? If I get a close below here, regardless if markets are pushing up, Bitcoin's still going to push down because structure is probably going to have it sell off. Now, what can happen very much as well is we could come back down here, go back up as markets start to move to the upside, or even come back up to this zone here. That could happen. And then have a potential sell off there. We could very much do this. Start move to the upside. Then here, Wednesday, when things start to run, one more run to the downside like that. You know, if rate cuts happen, buy the rumor, sell the news. If SPX starts creating higher highs, I'm kind of confident Bitcoin's going to start moving to the upside here. The only thing that makes me a little worried is structure. Structure for Bitcoin doesn't look good, which is weird. Even maybe it's the top. Who knows? Because even with SPX creating all-time highs, Bitcoin's considered a risk asset. Bitcoin's still basically, technically, it's still bearish. This is still technically bearish. It's mitigating what? Previous structure here on the daily. See that area? That area just mitigated on the daily. We've broken zero external structure. This impulse move here is what you need to take a look at. Man, I need to go hit the sauna. I'm like freaking dying over here, guys. Oh, man, I'm like dying, man. So I had this marked up. Damn, I'm so pissed I'm not in my cells here. I closed early. Fuck. I'm sorry guys for my swearing here. So last week we called some buys on Bitcoin here Thursday to move to the upside. I was buying Thursday morning. But right now, still, guys, still with SPX breaking all-time highs. Wait. I might be wrong. Uh-oh. 4 hours says sell. 8 hours a buy. 12 hour is a buy. Daily, the most important. Uh-oh. Sell. Okay, so we have 4 hour sell, 8 hour buy, 12 hour buy, daily sell. The daily is what I like more. So to be honest, I think this thing is going to shoot down. But because we do have some breaks for 8 hour and 4 hour, what it could mean for us is potentially this might run to the upside. So I'm going to want to place a small tight stop buy here, but I'm going to want to most likely look for a sell long term here. I'm going to make my decision here. I'm going to show you guys where I'm going to make my decision. Right here. If this thing mitigates, and then I start to see some bullish movement move to this side here, then I know this thing is gonna run and rocket, okay? Now, if it doesn't, and it has a small close below 4 hour, I'm gonna start, I know I'm gonna wait here, wait for the pullback, and then look for sells. This thing's gonna sell downward, okay? It's my plan. Solana here, kind of stuck, same thing. Wow, MSRT stopped me out. Nvidia, I'm still in it. Apple. Alright guys, let's look at Coinbase. Where's Coinbase at? Coinbase is still doing strong. Interesting. Alright guys, this is going to sum up this call. I'm sorry for being a little short here. Kind of a little short here. I'm just exhausted. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm really, really exhausted. Tomorrow morning we'll trade the rest live here, and we'll break everything else down a little bit more in depth. Okay? But we're looking to make some really good money this week, guys. Last 3 weeks have been amazing to us. So I'm very interested here with how this goes. Bitcoin ETFs are dropping off their inflows. Let's look at gold ETF flows here. Might have topped. Let's see if it breaks this. If it starts breaking downward here, we're going to start selling gold for a very long time. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all soon.